Question. Do you plan to transition back to societal normal life? And if so, what preparations are you making to do that? In order to answer that question, you really have to understand our philosophy, the way we see life. Our whole desire and purpose is to help people live deliberately, to live life on purpose, to sing their song, to do the thing they were born to do. You're never going to hear me say, hey, get a job, punch a time clock, climb the corporate ladder, work on your 401k, buy a house.
Best investment you'll make.
Man, you're never going to hear me say that. I'm always going to say, live your dream, whatever that is. Sing your song. Okay, my song is nowhere near the corporate world in a career like that. I mean, you ask me, hey Greg, what makes you sick? I'd be like, ugh, the thought of living in a cubicle and punching a time clock and somebody telling me what I have to do. Woo, not bueno. Okay, for me, I gotta sing my song, and so as a career, yeah, we're creating value in the marketplace. I'm an entrepreneur and a linchpin, doing the thing that I was born to do, and making money off living your passion. And so that's where you go. And as far as planning for the future, absolutely. We're always planning for the future and preparing for things, and even preparing for, if economies fail again or collapse, or if there's more problems, how can we be self-sustaining? How can we sustain ourselves and help others to do that, to be self-sufficient, right? But as far as going back to societal normal, not for us.
Societal normal is having a house with a mortgage and having a job and sending our kids to school.
In your little HOA neighborhood and whoa, no.
We'll never do that. We have done that, except for sending our kids to school. We've never done that before, but we have done that. We've lived in the HOA neighborhood. We've had the mortgage. We've had the fancy cars and the car payments. For us, we will never ever go back to that.
It's not for us.
Yeah.
We look at the end result of that and the outcome of those kind of things, and the exchange rate is just far too high, and it's not what we want. So no, we're not going to transition back to the normal way of living.
I think as far as if you're referring to normal as being, will we ever live in a house and not travel around in our truck from place? Because I think some people think we just travel in our truck around, and we don't do just that. We travel from place to place and stay in our truck for extended periods of time.
But then we'll rent a nice house.
Yeah, like
and
here,
stay in
we
a
are
great place.
renting this house here in Panajachel, Guatemala. We've been here for, 6 weeks?
6 weeks, yeah.
About 6 weeks or so. And we may be here a very long time. We like it here. And, so we do that normal type of living in a house and going to the market, shopping, I guess, which isn't totally normal, but we do normal things of shopping and eating and living, and yeah, I think we'll definitely do that throughout our life and throughout the world in different places around the world.
Plus our kids are going to get huge. They won't all fit in our truck. They have to travel a different way. But the most important thing people need to understand about our philosophy, we do our routines every day.
Yeah.
We study together every day. We're voraciously learning, working on our education and studying language and culture, and we have our family, we pray together. We spend time together. We learn together. We have those things that we always do.
We have our routine that we do every day, whether we're on the road or living in a house or whatever. We have our normal routine, and for us that's normal life, and we can do that anywhere. Now, it changes and adjusts with each location and each whatever circumstance, but yeah, we have normal as far as that goes.
Right. I think a lot of people try to separate, having a normal family routine and travel. You're like, oh, you guys are on vacation. You're just wandering the earth for how many years, just doing whatever, vacationing. When are you going to come back to normal life? Well, we have our routines and our habits we do every day, and we work on them voraciously, and we stick to them because we know they bring the right results that we want. And we live our lives. We're not on vacation. We're living life. Although it seems like a vacation. It feels like a vacation. But we live life. And Rachel and I work. We get up early. I'm up almost every day by 4 a.m. and working and studying. and Rachel will stay up late and work. I mean, we work on our passion and our purpose. We're creating value in the marketplace. We're preparing for the future. We're helping raise our family the way we want them to grow up. So yeah, we're living a great routine, a normal life, so to speak. Not just kind of, hey, we're on vacation for a while, and then once this is over, we'll go back and do something else. We're living life deliberately right now, and we're encouraging everyone to do the same thing.
Well, exactly what he's kind of saying there. We're not doing this trip and then gonna go back to something. For us, this is just our life. We're traveling from Alaska to Argentina, whether that takes 3 years or 10 years or however long it takes. I mean, this is just our life. We're not doing some trip that we're gonna then, go back to home, normal, whatever, and this is life. So our life is gonna continue to look like this in some form for as long as we can.
As long as we want to do
foresee.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
To live deliberately. So it's really not even appropriate to call it a trip or a vacation. It's not. We're living life, and we're living deliberately by what we want to do. And so each of you need to live deliberately what you do and throw off societal norms and expectations and normal and all that stuff. You just toss it out and live your life deliberately. Do the thing that you were born to do, that just calls to you, and throw off all those other expectations and the opinions of others and social conditioning. Toss it out and live life deliberately.
So I guess, though, if someone is wondering if they're thinking about doing a trip and then actually going back to normal life, what's normal for them,
don't do it!
How could they prepare for that, I guess, is maybe some of the questions that people might have.
Yeah, a lot of people won't want to do this full time, but they'll want to have the experience, and man, go for it. And as you're out there having an experience, you probably won't want to go back. But if you still do want to go back, I hope you go back changed, with a bigger, broader reality, with a new perspective, and say, wow, they only do that there, and they do it here. In this country, they do it differently. In this culture, they do a different thing. It's all different, so we don't have to do it like that. We'll take the best of the whole world, and we'll create the life we want. So, yeah, prepare for the future. Be wise. Don't be foolish, but don't acquiesce to social conditioning either.
I think that if you do something like this and you plan to go back and you're concerned about your kids' schooling or you're concerned about your career, I guarantee it's only going to help. It's only going to improve. You can't, make sure that your trip covers everything that's going to be on a certain test or whatever. But it's only going to help improve your kids' education and only help improve your own
skills
your own
and abilities and understanding, and it's just a fantastic way of personal growth.
It's going to help.
Yeah.
So, if you're concerned about that, I say don't worry about it too much. Go, learn, experience, and when you get back, if your kids have to do a test or whatever they have to do, at that time, you'll be able to do what you need to do to make it happen. It's kind of like you can't plan everything into the future. You just take the next steps, and when you get back and that's the next step, you'll be able to do it and take care of it. So.
If you travel with the right attitude, you'll be so much better off, and having grown from the experiences. I know originally we took off and went out, had a great experience, and ended up having to go back. It kind of failed. But after that, I was like, even if I knew I was going to fail, I'd do it again. Because of the experience, because of the growth, because of the opportunities. It's so worth it, so go for it. And think through it. Just analyze, reevaluate your life. How can we prepare? How can we grow? How can we become our very best self?
What do we really want?
And what do we really want out of life? And going out and doing a trip like this will help you really find out what it is and kind of separate yourself from some social expectations.